Meet Ananya. She's 25 years old and works over 14-hour shifts in dimly lit factories in the garment industry in Bangladesh. Ananya, like many other Bangladeshi women, work under hard and precarious working conditions in Bangladesh, creating the clothes that we wear in the Western world. Each dress Ananya stitches becomes a part of a distant, unattainable world, displayed in shop windows and worn by models who represent the glamour of fast fashion. But behind this glamour lies a hidden reality. The true cost of these clothes are paid by workers in factories like Ananya's, where low wages, long hours, and unsafe conditions are the norm.
Most of us are aware of the issues regarding unethical practices in the garment industry, so why haven't we solved it already? Or in other words, what are the challenges and prerequisites to improve the lives and working conditions of women working in textile industries? Local activists following the Rana Plaza collapse in 2005 organized to advocate for garment workers' rights. These activists raised funds and held state-led actors accountable for the safety and welfare of workers. National Federation counterparts, along with global unions, participated in formal negotiations, representations, and mediations at higher levels.
Business and Human Rights Resource Center reports that Bangladesh government have put efforts on regulating the garment industry by controlling unplanned expansion through sub-country policies. There has been safety improvements and the minimum wage for garment workers has been raised.
There are a number of organizations working internationally to raise awareness in the global north about human rights violations and labor issues that are present. The aim of this is to spread information and affect public opinion, and people like us in the global north putting pressure on the companies.
Transnational organizations like the ILO, Amnesty International, and Industrial work to better the working conditions for workers in Bangladesh.
Studies have shown that raising awareness of unethical practices in the supply chain play a huge role in companies' willingness to implement change. Suppliers improve more when they face greater risk that NGOs and the press will expose their harmful working conditions, and also improve more when their buyers experience negative publicity. However, these companies are fragmented and opaque, and it's hard to uncover the ongoing abuse, attribute responsibility, and put mechanisms in place.
A challenge in bettering the working conditions of women working in textile industries in Bangladesh is that actual legal rights don't always correlate with improved conditions. De jure laws are in this context defined as laws and regulations governing freedom of association and collective bargaining rights, and outcome standards such as hours, wages, health, and safety. De facto rights is instead defined as the actual ability to unionize and bargain collectively, and the existence and effectiveness of monitoring and enforcement. When discussing what hinders progress, it is important to remember that reform in legal frameworks for workers' rights needs to be accompanied by practice monitoring and enforcement to actually produce any real-life improvements in the lives of workers.
We have looked at how awareness, local activism, national policy, and transnational organizations play a role as avenues of change-making in the betterment of working conditions of women in garment factories in Bangladesh. Increased awareness and growing consciousness in the global north and global south creates bad reputations for the companies, putting pressure on them and contributes to actual change. However, policy change needs to be accompanied with systems of monitoring and enforcement to ensure their effectiveness.
We hope that this short overview has outlined the scope of the issue and contributes to furthering increasing awareness on the subject.